Oh boy, oh gosh, Sonic Origins is finally here. I can't wait to see all the new modes and additions to the game and... This isn't Sonic Origins. Back when the first Sonic Central happened, aka the only Sonic Central that was actually worth your time, Sonic Origins was announced with absolutely no footage or anything related to the game was shown, besides the confirmation that yes, Sonic 3 and Knuckles will be widescreen, and that more info would be, revealed later in the year. Yeah, to everyone just now finding out that Sega has bad marketing, oh boy do I have some news for you. Just under 11 months later, on April 20th, 2022, Sonic Origins was properly shown off to the public with an actual trailer that looked really damn good. I mean, we actually got to see Sonic 3 in the ever-so-promised widescreen. I mean, like, this looks really, really good. What's this feeling? Was I feeling hype for a Sonic game? Yes, and I am so afraid to admit it. This almost reminds me of something. Something familiar, but I can't really seem to put my finger on it. Oh no. Oh good god, we're doomed. Anyway, I think we've stalled long enough. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. Comment down below what are your thoughts on Sonic Origins, but we're just gonna get into it because oh boy, it's finally here. I can't wait to get into Sonic Origins. Shit, wrong clip. Let's go! Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for, that's what it's all about. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, this is what bliss feels like. From the first impressions alone, you can already tell the sheer amount of love and passion poured into this. The animation for this opening is absolutely stellar. Although we did see most of it from the reveal trailer, it's still just really nice to see regardless of what we have or haven't seen. This may be the 1000th time the original Sonic games have been re-released to the public, so knowing that, I think we'll get into the gameplay a little bit later, considering everybody knows these games at this point. Also, yes, about the deluxe edition, so I think that gives me the official Schmuck award, but I mean, hey, for $5 extra, you can decide for yourself whether it's worth it or not. You get extra music tracks, letterbox backgrounds, and an island control camera, which allows you to seldomly explore the minimized versions of each island Sonic explores throughout the games, and call me crazy, but it really is the little things here. This is so unnecessarily fun. Looking around for all the neat tricks and references, and oh look, it's Slicky's Island and Sonic Spinball. Is that reused Forces animation? 10 out of 10, this game is absolute dog shit. This is an absolute unredeemable mess. What is wrong with you, Sega? Joking aside, I really do think that the whole island deal is a really fun and neat touch, almost having it serve as a world map of sorts with some extra goodies on the side. Another new feature within Origins is the all-new Boss Rush mode. This mode is practically self-explanatory as you go through each and every game's bosses to try and get the best score in the least amount of time. And I think this is a really dope addition. A highlight of the games is definitely the bosses, but really my only gripe here is that each game has a separate boss rush mode, and, as far as my knowledge goes, there's really no way to play through each and every game's bosses in some large egg shuttle gauntlet-like deal, but again, that's very minor. You aren't limited to just Sonic here either. You can choose between all three characters in this mode too, which can really make for some bosses so much. They can just get so much more interesting, like Tails and CD and that really annoying pinball boss. I think it's really cool you can go through each game with the different characters. It makes for some really unique twists on bosses that you already know back of your hand. Yep. Speaking of original modes and Origins, the mission mode is brand new, and it's kind of good. Look, I don't want to spend too much time on this, as if you've seen Forces as side mission, you've seen these ones too. Like, the missions are fine in their own right, but they just kind of lack the meat, if that makes any sense. Most of them are over in less than a minute, which makes speedrunning them fun, but eventually it just kind of feels tedious and boring. I like the mission mode, they're good, alright? I like them a lot, it just feels that it could be fleshed out a lot better than it already is. Anyways, back to something positive about the game. This game has a fully fledged story mode with cutscenes tying all of the games together, and I gotta say, this is more than a welcome addition for the Sonic franchise. If future collections come out featuring more Sonic games, like a Dreamcast collection featuring Adventure 2, Heroes, that kind of deal, or something like that, I would love to see this return and see how all of these games connect to one another. Each game has an opening and an ending cutscene featuring gorgeous art and animation, and not to mention, Tails canonically gets trolled. That's not something I thought would ever happen, but here we are. Also, Sonic CD takes place before Sonic 2. I guess I'm gonna let that slide here, even though I believe that makes absolutely no sense. Like, seriously, how can Metal Sonic be degraded all the way back down to Silver Sonic? I don't know, it raises a lot of questions, but I'm not really complaining. Although, there is one thing I have to complain about, and it's really just a minor nitpick more than anything, because it doesn't hinder the experience at all, but it would have just made the package a whole lot more awesome as a whole. I get that they have to end the quadrilogy on a good, complete note, but to be honest, I would have loved to see some sort of ending tie into Sonic Adventure or whatever game comes next on the timeline. Again, it's a very minor, very, very minor nitpick, but then again, they would have to explain the different design characters, which is obviously just them getting older, but it still would have been really cool to see. Overall, I love these cutscenes and the connectedness of it all. It's just telling us things that we never knew, like how Sonic and Tails actually meet, or where the 7th Chaos Emerald was in Sonic 1, harkening back to the little things. They paid real attention to these sort of things. Okay, now that we've got most of the things out of the way, I think that we can actually talk about the legit gameplay of it all, and after playing with it for a good while, I can wholeheartedly and excitedly say that this is the best way to play the classic Sonic games. After Mania, it was really hard to go back to these classics because Drop Dash was such an awesome addition, and, you know, seeing in all of these games was a treat, although do be warned that in Sonic 1 and 2, it has a lock on the Drop Dash that locks you in the direction you're facing after the animation begins. That's pretty annoying, but otherwise, everywhere else, it's totally fine. It definitely makes the first slower games feel a lot faster in some areas. Well, I mean, there is Marble Zone. I mean, there's no saving that zone, but, you know, still. Everywhere else is fine. The 16:9 aspect ratio is also much appreciated, making that original classic Sonic BS feel way less like actual BS. The widescreen support, however, is only through the anniversary modes for the games, which take away lives and replace them with coins as they're used in in-game currency, which has caused quite the controversy for some reason, although I'm not really bothered by it. If you're a skilled enough Sonic player, lives really don't matter in the first place, and it's always nice to see a very beginner-friendly option. It offers more of a fun, laid-back experience, knowing I don't have to be as careful and on edge all because I have one life left. That's reserved for Classic Mode, although I haven't played Classic Mode at all, but I feel no reason to go back to those areas, so if you're wondering, that's why there's no Classic area footage. Another thing worth mentioning is that you can spend coins to restart the special stages, which, oh, thank God. I'm not really the biggest fan of the classic special stages, but, you know, it really helps out. Again, for a more beginner-friendly option, and, you know, it's just, whether or not you're pissed about it, I'm happy because I don't have to spend all that time because Tails fucked me up on the Sonic 2 special stage. The final thing I want to talk about is arguably the most important thing in a game collection, something I purposely left out until the end because it is the most integral part of the game, the museum. The thing that made Mega Collection so fantastic was mainly because of how amazing the gallery and museum were, and that sweet, sweet, beautiful track that still remains as one of my favorite pieces of music of all time. So let's just say that Origins has some major shoes to fill. I mean, honestly, the thing I'm most excited for is to see what music they pick for the background, so What? So, while I was playing it, Xpool, aka Origin's father, told me that there is no original music for the museum, but rather a playlist that you can build from many classic Sonic soundtracks to listen to while scrolling through the museum. I mean, as disappointed as I am we didn't get something like Mega Collection's theme, this is still really cool as we have everything from the games, included a 3D blast and even Knuckles Chaotix, so that's really cool. We even have Generations music too. And music isn't everything, obviously, and I think that perfectly goes to show here with just how awesome and amazing the museum is. Like, this thing is jam-packed full of music, illustrations, and movies. Like, they even have Sonic Mania Adventures here too. That's just so awesome. That's just so cool. I won't spoil the premium collections of movies, but those are awesome as well. They really went all out with this section, and it just shows, it bleeds through. There's so much good art from both the games and other media as well. Like, it would just take hours and hours to go through and appreciate every single little detail. I think I'm going to say something absolutely bonkers here, but putting nostalgia bias aside, I think Origins Museum is better than Mega Collection. The only thing that would make it leagues better is with a banger original song, but even then it outdoes the original collections by a lot. Dare I say, Origins is a better collection than Mega Collection, which feels absolutely blasphemous saying out loud. Editor's note. I wrote this as like after 2 hours of playing Origins, alright? It's not better than Mega Collection. I don't know what I was thinking or saying during this. It's not. It just isn't. There's a lot of glaring issues that I didn't touch over that weren't really present at the time of playing this. But I still think it's a great collection. It's just not better than Mega Collection. Just wanted to throw that out there before people start using that against my name. Considering how much I love Mega Collections, but Origins is just simply that good. This is the greatest way to play these classic games on a modern platform, and yes, I never mentioned the major elephant in the room, the replaced tracks from Sonic 3. Ice Cap, in my opinion, is one of the best Sonic tracks ever, so yeah, it's a major kick in the nuts to not have that in the game, but having a few tracks replaced that will definitely be fixed by mods is, you know, a very, very small price to pay for an already amazing collection. I was proved very wrong by Sonic Origins. I thought it wasn't going to be worth the full $45. I thought it wasn't going to live up to the hype, but I am so ecstatic to say that, yes, it did. I highly recommend picking this game up if you're on the fence about it, or just you don't think it's worth it, anything like that. Now, let's just hope that Frontiers can pull its weight. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. What do you think about Sonic Origins? Let me know in the comments below. I got a lot of big projects coming up, and I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button to see what I got coming. And, yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Stay fresh.